Hi, I'm Jordan Matthias, and I'm Consumer Support Manager here at DIRAC. I'm here to give you some tips and tricks for using DIRAC Live as part of a custom install. The entire process only takes a few minutes, but there are situations that might seem unclear if you haven't encountered them before. In these videos, I'm going to guide you through some common situations that will help you get started with DIRAC Live. Using DIRAC Live begins with connecting a microphone to an AVR or PC. Our free software will then guide you through a series of measurements. Finally, you'll be able to create your own custom sounds using DIRAC Live filter design. Here are a few things you need to check before we start. Let's get started with initial device setup and network settings. The most important preliminary settings have to do with your customer's network setup and your computer's firewall settings. The AVR must be on the same network as your computer. UPnP and DLNA must also be enabled on your computer, the network, and the AVR. With network setup complete, we need to make sure that the AVR is ready for calibration. Make sure that any out-of-the-box setup is finished on the AVR and that it's on the latest firmware. An easy way to test this is to play back something on Spotify or via AirPlay. Check the AVR firmware to ensure that all connected speakers are recognized by the AVR. DIRAC only corrects speakers that are recognized by the AVR firmware. Place the main speakers as far from the wall as possible. Satellite speakers, however, can be placed directly against the wall. Do not place objects in front of the speakers. If possible, position the normal listening spot, or the sweet spot, in the middle of the room. Place your speakers at the same height as your ears. Each subwoofer should have its own logical channel connected to the proper LFE output on the AVR. If the subwoofer has an adjustable crossover or low-pass filter, it should be set at the maximum frequency. When using a microphone included with an AVR, plug it directly into the AVR when possible. If not, or when using a different microphone, plug it into your computer. We recommend the microphone that came with the device, if there was one, or the mini DSP UMic 1 with calibration file. Make sure the microphone is recognized by your computer if you're connecting it there. After selecting your AVR in DIRAC Live, you'll need to select the device that the microphone is connected to, whether that's your PC or AVR. If your microphone is connected to the AVR, select it by clicking the device logo. If your microphone is connected to the computer, select it by clicking its name above the local system bar. Be sure not to use the computer's built-in mic. When using a third-party microphone connected to your computer, you'll need to import a calibration file to make sure your measurements are accurate. Calibration files can be downloaded from your microphone manufacturer's website. Make sure to find your model's 90-degree or vertical calibration file. In DIRAC Live, click the Load Microphone Calibration button to find and select your calibration file. The main purpose of volume calibration is to make sure all speakers are connected and able to play audio, that the arrangement in the AVR firmware matches the one in DIRAC Live, and to set a reasonable signal-to-noise ratio for measurement. Setting speaker levels during volume calibration does not affect the relative volume of speakers after the DIRAC Live filter is loaded to the AVR. The easiest way to complete volume calibration is as follows. Click the play button under each speaker and make sure that they all play and are named correctly. If they aren't, double-check that the AVR firmware reports them correctly. It is up to the firmware to give DIRAC Live the right arrangement info. Make sure the mic gain slider is at the bottom of the red bar. adjust the master output until all speakers play at a normal listening volume and that the response under mic gain measures between 1/3 and 2/3 of the graph. If you can't get the mic gain readout high enough at your normal volume, increase mic gain. That's it. You've now calibrated volume for your measurement. There are a few basic rules to keep in mind when placing the microphone. Point the microphone toward the ceiling. Never measure with the mic in your hand. Use a stand if you have a cylindrical mic. Your first measurement needs to be in exactly the intended sweet spot at ear height. For example, if the sweet spot is the left cushion of a couch, then measure from exactly the left cushion. This is important because the first or center measurement location determines the delay and gain for all speakers. If you have a very large space to measure, just try to evenly distribute the points in the room. Keep measurement points at least a foot or 30 centimeters apart and measure a three-dimensional volume, not a straight line. Measuring too small a space makes your measurement sound dry and dull. Complete all the measurement points in your selected arrangement. Your measurement points don't need to perfectly match the image. Filter design is one of the most creative parts of DIRAC Live, allowing you to make your speakers sound any way you want. But there are simple ways to always make a customer's speakers sound their best. Users tend to think that the default target curve lacks low end. You can easily dial in your preferred sound while maintaining the DIRAC Live correction by adjusting the target curve in the filter design page. You can boost the bass by dragging the control points in the bass region up to 100 Hz upward. Plus 4 dB is usually good for a robust sound, but anything up to about plus 8 to 10 dB is reasonable. You can adjust the control points however you want to emphasize any frequency. You can show the measured versus corrected frequency response in your space by clicking the measured and corrected boxes in the bottom right of filter design. You can also load a pre-made custom target curve by clicking Menu, Load Target Curve. Manufacturers like Harman Luxury Audio and NAD also offer downloads of their own custom target curves tuned for their amplifiers. The curtains on either side of the filter design view are the cutoffs for the frequency response correction. These are automatically set based on the speaker's proven in-room response. We don't recommend expanding a curtain past the automatic limits, as it usually sounds bad to push a speaker past its physical capabilities. DIRAC Live automatically groups together speakers with similar frequency responses. Speakers within a group will have the same target curve. If you want individual target curves for the speakers within a group, you can separate the speakers by dragging a speaker from within a group to the empty area. When you're finished adjusting the filter to your liking, you can export it to the AVR for a listening test. You can export multiple filters with different curves and switch between them for A/B testing, and delete filters you don't like. With a bass control enabled AVR, you'll be given additional subwoofer optimization options during filter design. When off, DIRAC Live does no bass management. In upmix only mode, each subwoofer contributes equally to achieving the target response. With 2 or more subwoofers, DIRAC Live will adjust the gain of each so that together they deliver the required low end. With full bass optimization enabled, DIRAC Live filters harmonize the subwoofers and non-subwoofer speakers in the lower frequencies using tailor-made phase filters, delays, and gains. Speaker crossover is determined relative to the subwoofer. You are encouraged to leave it in its default position. When you're ready to create a bass control filter, you must press Calculate so that the bass control algorithm can determine the optimizations necessary for your room. After calculation is done, you can progress to filter export to send your filter to the AVR for a final listening test.